eggplant parmesan, we're gonna do it more of the Italian style, less of the Italian-American style. Italian-American typically, almost universally, will have flour, egg, and breadcrumbs. The way I'm gonna show you to do it is we're gonna fry these eggplant discs, and we're going to use just a simple sauce, mozzarella, and a touch of Parmesan cheese and basil. But it's really gonna be an eggplant forward dish. From my research that I've done, Neapolitan style will have the flour, sometimes egg wash. But from what I've gathered, it's never done with breadcrumbs in Italy. So what I like about this one, the thing that I like the most about this is that it's a lot quicker and it's really easy. And you can do it two ways. You can fry the discs or you can roast the discs. And I'm gonna do a batch that way too. Without further ado, let's take a look at the rest of the ingredients. So before we get into the eggplant parm, I always like to show you all the ingredients so you know exactly what you're getting into before we start. So we have eggplants. These are good looking eggplants. You might not find ones that look as good as these. These are nice and shiny. These are American eggplants. And there's polio mozzarella cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, which, you know, eggplant parm, eggplant parmigiana, eggplant parmesan. Okay, we got 1 can of San Marzano plum tomatoes, but any good quality plum tomatoes would be totally fine here. 1 head of garlic, but we're only gonna use 1 clove. Got some fresh basil here, and I have more in the back that didn't start wilting yet. So this pan, it has a grate, and this will help preparing our eggplant, but you don't need this. You could also just use a pan with paper towels, which would be fine and might even be better. All right, so we're gonna slice discs of the eggplant. About a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch thick. This doesn't have to be precise, about that. You know, if you go a little bit less, that's fine too. I'm gonna lay them all out on this, you know, the tray with the grate here. And I have a lot of eggplant here. I have 3 large eggplant that I'm using for this. And remember, we're roasting this and frying it, so we're gonna do it 2 different ways. But I'm gonna prepare it all. I'm gonna put them all, spread them all out. I'm just gonna get them all done. I'm using 2 trays. You can use 1 tray and use paper towels and just stack it. You'll see that I do that in the Italian-American version of eggplant parm and in the Neapolitan version. Those videos are coming up next. And then I'm gonna heavily salt this eggplant. Kosher salt, regular salt, it doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure before you start the frying or roasting process that you remove a lot of that salt. Salt is going to draw the water out of this eggplant. Eggplant holds like 95% water, which most vegetables do. The mozzarella cheese, I'm going to slice this. This is going to be for the topping. And, you know, you can choose if you want to use this for a topping or not. A lot of people will make eggplant parm and they won't even put mozzarella on top. You just don't want it to burn. But I'm going to use this on the top, and I'm going to use shredded, same block. And that's shredded for in between the layers right there. But, you know, you can mix and match this. Sometimes you can even buy sliced. All right, so for the garlic, 1 clove here. That's all we need. Back of your knife and you hit your hand and you'll be able to remove the skin very easily. All right, so let's keep the heat on the low. And just a little bit of olive oil. We don't want to use a lot. Eggplant parm can be very oily, so we want to try to put as little oil in our sauce as possible, but to still get flavor out of this garlic here. So we're gonna mix this around, move it around, get it golden on each side. Cook it at about medium-low, and it'll take about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's going to impart a lot of garlic flavor right into the sauce. So here's the plum tomatoes. I pulse them in the blender. You can hand crush them. And get them right in there with that oil, the garlic. We're going to let that garlic really flavor the sauce. This is just a simple marinara. This is just like the marinara that I made in the previous 20-minute marinara episode. And I always use this sauce. It's like kind of like a standby sauce for a lot of dishes I make. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in. Mix it around. And then with our trusty spoon, taste it and see if it has enough flavor. And I suspect it will. When I'm happy with it, I'm gonna move it off to the side. So here's our eggplant. It's starting to bead. Some water's starting to show from the salt. Here's a close-up, you can see it. And see I can squeeze a little bit out. Or you could put pressure like this with all these cans. And this tends to work better. This will force the water down and it'll drain. And you can get really heavy weights. Tomato cans like I used or a cast iron pan would work well. When you're happy with this, and it could be an hour, 2, 3 hours, you want to take a bunch of paper towels, wet paper towels, and really wipe these well. You could even run these under water. You can rinse them completely. This is an important step. We don't want to neglect this step, and we don't want to rush through it. When we're happy with it, like I am now, I'm going to move on to the frying and the roasting stage. So now for this half, I'm going to roast the eggplant discs. And I'm just lining them up on parchment paper. Parchment paper works really well for roasting. It really prevents sticking. It allows you to get a nice brown color. It's just something I always use, and I buy it from Costco. It always comes in a 2-pack or a 3-pack, so it's a great deal. Now we have very dry eggplant. We're going to put a nice coating of olive oil on both sides of the eggplant. Not one side, but both sides of the eggplant. And I'm going to rub it in with my hands. And I'm going to flip all of the discs over and then add olive oil to the other side too. There it is. It looks really good. I'm going to get this in the oven for about 400 to 425 degrees for about 30 minutes. So now we're going to move on to the frying stage. So that's Wesson corn oil, any corn oil brand, or olive oil. I like to normally do a 50-50 ratio. Sometimes I'll do straight olive oil. I rarely will do straight Wesson oil, or canola, or corn, or peanut, or soybean, or any type of oil. I feel like you always have to use olive oil. So when the temperature is hot enough, about 350, you take the back of your spoon and you'll see bubbles form. Put the eggplant in. And this isn't a deep frying or anything like that, but we're going to get really good color on each side of the eggplant. And they just like, you could just like smell it. You can see, look at that, like that crispiness. It's so good. I'm just going to flip them all over. You know, if one side's a little off, you could rotate it. My center of heat is right in the middle of this pan. This is like a portable pan that I use. You guys see me use this for all my videos. And you know, if you're dealing with a regular stovetop, you'll have a more broader heat. And they take about 3 to 5 minutes per side. And then we're going to remove them. We're going to put them on a wire rack. And we even want, it would probably be a better idea to even have paper towels under it and above it, and to really pat it. We want to pull as much oil from these as possible. And that's how they look. They just look amazing, and they're delicious just like this. That's the roasted version. They didn't get roasted enough for me, and part of the reason is it's my fault. When I put the salt on, you really got to do an even better job of getting that water out. You know, letting it take more time, or really drying it off well. Because if you start with something wet in the oven, it has to basically evaporate it first before it can start roasting. So that's on me. I've roasted before, and I've had much browner pieces come out. In fact, the alla norma that I make, and typically when I make alla norma, I roast that one too. Just for the simplicity of it, I cut my half moons and I roast it. Just wanted to break in there with showing you, talking about the difference. So yeah, there's the roasted, and there's the deep fried ones. Not deep fried, but fried. I'm gonna put a nice layer of sauce. To be honest with you, I should have had more sauce for this step. You'll see in my other 2 eggplant parm videos that I use more sauce. All right, so we're gonna do the fried portion first. I have more fried than I do the roasted. So we want to put a nice layer of sauce and then a layer of eggplant, 1 layer. And if you need to break these apart, if you need to cut them to fit them, definitely go ahead and do that. You know, the word Parmigiana derives from, I think, Parmigiana, which means like lattices in a window. So the eggplant gets layered both ways. So if you have different size pieces, you can layer them both ways. But anyway, You're gonna do basil, mozzarella, Parmigiano Reggiano, sauce on each layer, and just keep stacking. If you have a really deep dish, keep stacking. Now that is looking really good already, but we're not done yet. So yeah, keep layering it. A little bit more sauce for the top, guys. A lot of people do not like to use mozzarella on the top, or if they do, they'll put it in right at the end. What you can do is, instead of cooking it at 400, you can cook it at 325, 350, uncovered, and it won't burn. And then you can still broil at the end to get a nice crispy top. It's completely up to you. It will take longer, but sometimes I just put the mozzarella on, I cook it low and slow. And that's what I did for both of these versions. So now we're on to the roasted. And I really like this little serving dish. This reminds me of Italian restaurants I would go to in Long Island when I was a kid. They would always serve shrimp scampi in this dish. I found one. This is from like an estate, not an estate sale, an antique place in Northport, Long Island. So same thing here. I'm gonna layer all the flavors again. And I didn't have as much roasted eggplant, so I think I only got 2 layers in here. And it's a very shallow dish, so this worked perfectly as well. Same thing, mozzarella on top, so you want to cook it low. Once you're happy with it and it's nice and bubbly, you can broil it right at the end, and then you're set. So both of these dishes is the beginning of the eggplant parm series, Sicilian version. We're going to have Neapolitan coming up, and we're going to have Italian American coming up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I hope you watch the next eggplant parm recipe that's coming up right now.